It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Redwoods and the Bulls, and it comes your way next on Madden Football.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State and the Alamo City of San Antonio, Texas. Today it's a Week 9 matchup. We're all set to go between the Sacramento Redwoods taking on the Bulls of San Antonio. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gordon along with Charles Davis. And, Charles, we take a look at this San Antonio team as they enter play. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And a look here now at their 4th-year quarterback.
You want to talk about a driven player partner. This guy is absolutely that person. He doesn't just have goals in this game. He wants to be remembered among the best to play the position, and he treats every game as an audition for that. It's a lofty goal to set for yourself, but we've seen his drive lead to some impressive games from him. Perhaps another one is in store today.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. And here, Charles, is a look at the inactive, some of the guys that are out today due to injury.
Yeah, and this is where the preseason work comes into play for some of those backups. It's not just them getting some experience on the field, but preparing each week in practice.
He's got a man, complete. Down the right sideline. Touchdown. A big play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Bulls need just 2 plays on their opening drive to take the early lead. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by their second-year quarterback.
And I'll bet he's talking to his guys about resisting the temptation to try and turn this into an up-and-down game. Almost like basketball, where both teams press, and one team gets an advantage, our team's trying to run with them, and they're just not equipped for it. Doesn't matter whether you're equipped or not. Just settle in, get calm before you go for the big strikes.
When you look at this defense, they were very strong in that victory from a week ago.
In today's football, there aren't a lot of goals for defenses. But when you hold a team under 100 total yards of offense, yeah, that has to be a goal that was met. Big check mark for them in last week's game.
It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. Well, this defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
In today's NFL, when you talk about goals for defenses, and you think that maybe you'd like to hold them under 14 points or so, we think our offense can usually get 17 to 20, so that's a reasonable goal. But when you hold a team under 100 yards of total offense, you're going to win 99 times out of 100. And the one game you lose, you'll know who to blame.
And they'll send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. This is fielded at the 27. And a 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. This could end up being a pretty big drive. I mean, look, yes, it's early in this game, but they scored the touchdown. They got the stop. And now if they could get in the end zone here again, CD, they could grab an early stranglehold on this one.
Yeah, they certainly can, and that's what you're looking for. Where's the advantage? Can you gain it? Can you press it? Now for them, finishing it off, because right now it's out there for them. They've just got to go seize it.
Shoves him aside. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for this with Akers. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
They tried their best to pick up that 3rd and 1, but their surge wasn't enough to counteract what came back at them from the defensive side, was it?
Offensive line, especially in the middle, looked like they were on skates a little bit when that one started.
So now we bring up 4th and inches. This will be a critical call.
On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. 4-4, their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about where they should be, because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we wondered just how good is this team. They want to be consistent in their play, not consistently inconsistent, which is what they've been thus far.
And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
And on now is the punter, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Fielded just inside the 30. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Back out comes San Antonio. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Now they show jet sweep, but instead a run up the middle here. And this defense able to plug him up there as he'll get a yard to the 35. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 22 carries, 75 yards.
They're coming off of back-to-back wins, and I think a lot of credit belongs to this guy right here, because to me, he's not only carried his weight, he's carried a few other guys along as well. He's helped draw defensive attention away from not just him, but open things up for his teammates too. So if this winning streak is going to continue to have some legs to it, he has to remain effective and put together another nice game.
On 1st down, it's Purdy. Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Chewing up big yardage, another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Purdy now to throw off the play action. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. The wise move there, looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down. 2nd and 10. Now Purdy. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Jacoby Myers, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. But you look at this defense. You know, they were very strong in that victory from a week ago.
And it was the pass rush that really keep
under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Chase McLaughlin now for the field goal try. And quite a bit of pizza in this box. It's a 53-yard attempt. And that is no good. Oh, he missed it just wide of the upright, and this will remain a one-touchdown game.
They had a chance there to really build a nice early lead, go up a couple of scores, but he doesn't hit that one quite right, and it winds up an empty possession.
Here's Sacramento's offense once more. And they are winners of 2 straight games as they have climbed back to 500 now on the season.
And you and I both know that this can be a tough team to figure out sometimes, because I remember a few weeks ago you and I having a conversation where we both thought that this was a season they could get away from them pretty quickly. Obviously not.
The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. Cook up the gun. And he'll be tackled right on the midfield logo.
But you've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball, because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Now a 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. In motion right, that's Wilson. And he'll get it here on the jet sweep. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. 13 yards, and it keeps the drive moving.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. Jaden Reed, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Redwoods are an extra point away from evening this one up. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes, because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that, so he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And they were in field goal range the last time out, but couldn't connect.
And it's early in the game, so I don't think that the confidence just goes entirely out of, running your kicker back out there. But let's face it, some coaches have a little bit less patience for that than others. Let's see if they call the game differently now in terms of what they do on drives and not try and settle for field goals.
Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. But when you see a quarterback retreating away from the line of scrimmage toward the other goal line like that, usually doesn't end well.
You're exactly right about that. Normally, if they're moving from side to side, they've got a chance maybe to get back upfield. He was trying to shake defenders and extend the play, but it doesn't work out very well for them at all. You need those extra yards on the other side of the line of scrimmage. Now you're
in trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose. And this will be gathered up in the end zone, and that's a defensive touchdown. That's something you have to be wary of on your side of the field, that close to the goal line. The defense, they are looking for that football. They got it. They scored it.
You are so right, and the quarterback has to speed things up himself. So close to the goal line, they're going to get after you. Make sure you get rid of the football and in a safe place.
Now the extra point try forthcoming. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Taking it about the 1. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they'll be looking to start fresh. Just a moment ago, they were backed up, coughed up the football, and then saw it go the other way for 6 points.
I just wonder, partner, sometimes they put such an emphasis on things. And, you know, in that situation, as they ran out there, they were told, take care of the football, don't cough it up. And sometimes that's the last thing you hear, and that's exactly what you do.
Second quarter now, San Antonio in possession. 2nd and 7. As they've got it as we resume action. Purdy will set up to throw it here. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a first down.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one. And that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
At the 42-yard line.
Second down, they'll go with Akers again. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. A loss of 1, now a loss of 2, and they're staring at a 3rd and 13. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. They'll set up the screen here to Akers. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Here's A.J. Cole now to punt this one away. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. And you see Dalvin Cook and the offense heading back out. Those are his numbers through roughly the first half of the season, and given that, you'd have to think he's on pace for a 1,000-yard campaign.
Steady as he goes, steady goes the offense. But you know what else is happening, too, because they are a team now recognized for the ability to run the football. You've got to be able to throw it better now, right? Better throwing lanes, better opportunities for the guys downfield, maybe more one-on-one coverage, which you should be able to beat easier. Yeah, he's establishing not just a tone, but an identity for his team.
And that's a discussion we had a couple days ago in the team meetings, talking about this running game, opening up the passing game. We'll see if that continues to happen. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
So they bring out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And a fair catch is taken here a step or 2 inside the 45-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 45. Back to throw, Purdy. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on here to punt it away. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this punt sails over the sideline. And the spot, it looks to be right at the 25-yard line. Here's Sacramento's offense once more. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Back to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Reed. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a 1st down.
And the Sacramento 1st down.
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Again, it's Cook. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. He came out ready to play. That's 3 tackles for a loss, Charles. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And that's problematic for the guys trying to run offense because that means he's got a pretty good idea of what they're...
Under pressure, and down he goes. And the defense coming through on 3rd down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4th. They bring their punter out there now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Taking it about the 36. That'll go as a 39-yard punt. Give him 9 on the return. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
That's good. San Antonio 1st down. 1st and 10.
Purdy looking to throw on 1st down here. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they throw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
And this offense on 3rd down today, not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Purdy from the gun. Forced out to his left. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter. 14-7. They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down. Purdy looking to throw. Short throw caught by Pitts. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The decision to go for it doesn't pan out. And as a result, possession switches hands. Though certainly not the way that they were hoping that possession would end, failing to convert on 4th.
And now they've got to make sure that they keep their poise, they keep their confidence. Just because it didn't work once doesn't mean if they get that same situation later that they shouldn't go for it again. The defense feels great, but the offense, they can't be despondent.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Setting up the screen for Cook. 7 yards there on the first down screen play.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored him.
And he can't escape, and down he goes. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand. So, Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another because they've got to figure out how the offensive line and everyone else involved in protection can keep their quarterback upright and allow him a chance to throw the ball downfield.
So a tough situation to overcome here. 3rd and 17. They'll try the middle with Cook. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Fair catch called for and made, but now we'll have to see about the penalty.
Personal foul, roughing the kicker, defense.
That hurts. If it was running into the kicker, wouldn't be a first down. Roughing, it is a first.
And just think about the differences between the two. Running into the kicker almost feels inadvertent, just a small tap, so to speak. But when you rough him, usually bodies are hitting the ground and flying all different places. And the difference is 5 yards or 15. And in this case, that's a big play.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. Dexter Lawrence in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, all right, Brandon, thank you very much. Hi again, everyone. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the NFL as we are officially into the second half of the season. We were certainly treated to an entertaining first half. Both these teams with some high points and maybe a couple of low points as well. So it's going to be a question of who can be the most disciplined team going forward.
Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. Taken at the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. This offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
2nd and 8 coming from the 19. Up the middle, it's Cook. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. They'll score that a 36-yard punt. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. Purdy. Another one into the hands of Jamar Chase. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. They'll run on first down with Akers. On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Here's Purdy. Over the middle, that's caught by Chase. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field. And just like that, they're going to be set up with a first and goal.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. They'll run here with Akers. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pick up a 3.
That's good power football on first and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
Again, it'll be Akers. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Cam Akers, his third rushing touchdown of the year. And the Bulls are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. So a strong drive here to lead off this third quarter. That has them an extra point away from tying things up.
And, partner, this is pretty much what they envisioned when they were sitting there in the locker room thinking about getting things going to start here in the third quarter. Getting out there, a field goal would have been fine. But going ahead and scoring here, an extra point away from tying things up, that's exactly how they drew it up on the board.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And we are tied at 14. So we're right back where we started. All even as the kick's away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Here's Sacramento's offense once more. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. Trying to fire up that running game with Dalvin Cook. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. They go play action here on first down. He finds his man complete. It's Reed. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Oh, I like that play call there. After a run for good yards, you get a defense thinking they'll go back to the well. So that's a great time to call play action and give your receivers a little extra edge.
Plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to get one. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. That's complete to Parker Washington. And he he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. First target, first catch, and a first down. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And he'll get this just inside the 30-yard line.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
54 yards rushing for him now on 17 carries. Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run-blocking abilities. And we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Dalvin Cook taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Redwoods have moved out in front. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the 1st and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard-charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 21-14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded right at the goal line. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And that last touchdown drive, a good mix of pass and run. Defensively, they just looked a little out of whack.
And it's so hard to stay up with an offense that has things going so well, where you're guessing and guessing wrong play after play. So what you need is someone on the defensive side of the ball to make a big play. Throw that balance out of whack. That's what you're looking for now. Not worrying so much about guessing what the play call is.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Here's Purdy on 1st and 10. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
We're going to give out a little applause on that play. It has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the first row.
And he'll be stopped right at midfield. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
Well, this is where reading defenses and practice time comes into play. You got to know what you're running versus zone versus man and how to run the proper route. And they just executed that one pretty well.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. That's into the hands of Akers, complete. They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's 2nd down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Again, it's Purdy to throw it. Looking deep here for Chase. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Purdy with it on 3rd and long. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. They'll get 34 yards there.
That's a well-thrown ball right there. This is where arm strength pays off because he's got to be able to get the ball both downfield and to the sideline. And that's one of the more difficult throws for a quarterback. And he put it right where it needed to be.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A give up the middle to Akers. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. 43 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. From the 6 now on 2nd and 3. Now Purdy. Quick hitter here. It's complete. 4 yards on the play. That's going to lead to first and goal.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
It'll be first and goal when we come back. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in San Antonio as we're about ready to rock and roll for the 4th and final quarter. Akers is in for a touchdown. We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A 4th quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
McLaughlin now to add the PAT. And no sweat. He puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th. And now a whistle and a timeout called by the kicking team. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the 4th quarter, and a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here. They start the drive with Cook, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Because his primary job is defending against the pass, you don't often see a cornerback making tackles in the backfield, but he's playing run all the way here.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. They'll send out their punter now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And they will take over 1st and 10. They'll begin on the ground with Akers. And taken down just shy of the 40.
The defense thought they had that play covered, but it still got driven backward by those blockers. Those types of plays are a key part of any team's offensive game plan. It all starts up front in the trenches.
A 2nd down throw for Purdy. In trouble, and he's taken down. Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to him.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 16. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
The frustration evident there because he couldn't find anyone on 3rd down, and he left no doubt that he was throwing that one away.
Here's A.J. Cole now as he'll come on to kick this one away. Good open field tackling there. A 50-yard punt followed by just a 1-yard return. Here's Sacramento's offense once more. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He finds his man complete. That's Reed. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. 2 yards to go, 2nd down. A handoff running left is Gibson. And some room to work. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Not too shabby for his first carry of the game. That's exactly what most teams are looking for. A really good change of pace back.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Back to throw here. A throw out wide, going to be incomplete.
Not sure what happened there, but he just didn't get the right read on the coverage that time. Pass wasn't where it needed to be, and that'll send them back to the drawing board.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Pressure comes, and down he goes. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
But tell the statistician to add another one to their impressive total today. Great week for the defensive front. A tough one for that offensive line. Quarterback getting right back behind that line, hoping for more time to attempt a likely 3rd down pass.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. He'll look to throw. To the right side and complete to Washington. And they do get this across midfield to the 49, but a small consolation prize as he's well short of the first. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th. And on now is the punter as he's on to kick it away. Taken in at the 11. They'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And out will come the offense as they take over. Back out comes San Antonio. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Throwing here, Purdy. Throw left side complete. That's Weaver. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. This now a 3rd and 4. Purdy will set up to throw it here. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Now here's a throw that's complete. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 40-yard line.
Back to throw, Purdy. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10. As they've got things rolling on this drive. Out of the gun, Purdy. Akers back-to-back catches. And he'll get it down here to the 43. So the completion good for just 3. And it's 2nd down.
At the 43-yard line.
Purdy looking to throw. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. So there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the 4th quarter, picking up the 1st.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. Purdy. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
And this defense definitely in his head there on 3rd down, and he's pretty fortunate. They didn't call for grounding on this one. That was a good 10 feet over everyone's head.
And this one is right down Broadway. And they have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
And he returns this to the 22. The situation for him offensively as follows. Down by a field goal, 2:08 on the clock. They'll have one play, maybe two, before the 2-minute warning as they've got a first down. And overcooked it up. Well, one of the linebackers has got it. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. There are two words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S, ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
Off the option, here's Akers. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. Another run on 2nd down, trying to cover up. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Here's Purdy now on 3rd and goal. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a first down here. And that should be the one that seals a victory. They'll go with Akers here up the middle. And he stopped immediately there. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Cam Akers, his 3rd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Bulls are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead.
You get in a 2nd and long situation down here in the red zone, I'd say most defensive coaches would think pass, let's bring some pressure. So this is kind of a tendency breaker here to hit him with something on the ground, and he'll take it all the way into the end zone.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And able to get this out to the 25. Here's Sacramento's offense once more. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. Finding Washington. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. This is 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. They'll look to throw again.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. You just have to do it a little bit better, a little cleaner. And they did that in the second half, and that led them to victory.
So for San Antonio, they level their mark at 4-4 on the year. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Sacramento, they are barely afloat as they fall to 4-5. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaud. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.